The internet, hand lotion, tissues, things I can't live without. But here's a list of inventions that completely changed your world, all because someone wanted a little revenge. Remember these baddies here? Well, back in the 19th century, they were everywhere. If you wanted to make a phone call, these switchboard operators had to connect you manually every single time. And if you thought having dial-up internet was bad, meet Alman Stralger. He was a funeral home undertaker, and one day, he noticed that the funeral home next to his was getting all the business. Why? That's right, he had women problems. His rival's wife was one of these switchboard operators, and she redirected all of Alman's calls to this other human doll dresser, her husband. But Alman, he was a giga-chad, see, he didn't just complain about it and do nothing like I would have done. He was like, steal my business, eh? I'm about to end this woman's whole career. Boom, bam, pop. And just like that, he invented the world's first automatic switchboard, automating her entire career field out of the job. Cause what's better revenge than screwing the guy's wife who screwed you, right? Revolutionizing how the world communicates automatically was just the cherry on top. Boom! It's the mid-2000s. Macs were colorful, McDonald's didn't look like prisons, and the world was just a little less depressed. Meet Steve Jobs, the guy who bettered our lives by putting another 6-inch device in our hands with the power to make our lives easier. Or your buddy downstairs' life just a little bit harder, if you know what I mean. So Steve Jobs invented the modern day smartphone, and it was done out of pure revenge against some random Microsoft exec. We don't really know his name, but it was his wife's friend. Let's just call him Bill. Jobs hated Bill. Every time they had any social interaction, Jobs would come back pissed off. So at some conference, Bill was there shitting on Apple, saying how Microsoft was gonna change everything with their new tablet and stylus combo, and just kept on boasting how Apple was so screwed because Microsoft was gonna change the world with its new tech. So Jobs came into the office Monday morning and was like, look at these dodo brains, we'll show them how it's really done. And another thing, stylists are stupid. We're born with 10, why the hell do we need another? Fast forward a bit and a tablet was made. But Jobs, he wasn't happy. It was too big. He wanted it to fit in his hand, to feel more familiar, a good 4 inches like he was used to. You know, average in size. So he was just about to make a phone call, probably to fire someone or something, and that's when it hit him. Phone, touchscreen, 4 inches, and thus the iPhone was born, created purely from the idea of sticking it to Microsoft. Now, because of it, we have the power to watch cat videos on demand while listening to YouTubers beg for likes and subs. So like and subscribe, will ya? Anyways, Jobs was a notorious jerk. He was probably one of those people who threw a fit because his McDonald's fries weren't perfect, golden, and crispy. Like he was expecting Michelin star instead of fast food. Huh. Which brings us to George Crumb, the man who's credited with the invention of the potato chip. So George had a restaurant, right? And one day this picky ass customer kept sending his fries back because they were too thick. I guess being thick wasn't a good thing back then. Too bad. So after a couple rounds of this dude sending his food back, George had enough. Fucker wants thin, I'll show him thin. He sliced them thinner than the paper in my wallet, fried them up, and drowned them in salt. Here you go, you shithead. What? Thinner fries instead. Turns out the dude loved it, and these chips kickstarted a whole damn obesity-causing industry. So now we gotta get back to the past. It's the 1880s, and the world is all hyped about this newfangled thing called electricity. So this foreigner named Nikola Tesla was working for Thomas Edison, right? But Edison had a problem. You see, his DC motor was pretty shit. So he went to Tesla and was like, I'll give you 50 G's if you make it work better, no cap. Aight, deal. And Tesla, he's a genius, right? That's why Elon named his company that, because he kind of wanted to be something he wasn't. Anyways, Tesla got that shit done. Where are my 50 G's, boss? Dumb bitch, it was a joke. Be more American, homie. So yeah, Tesla didn't get paid, and he got shafted hard. So he quit. But remember, Tesla's a smart dude. He knew AC electricity was better and that he can destroy Edison with it. What's the difference between AC and DC, you ask? Let me know in the comments below because I'm too stupid to understand complex electrical engineering. All I know is that it's cheaper and requires less equipment. So for his new AC project, he went on Wall Street bets to look for some investors. Boom! Funding secured by a Mr. Westinghouse. And bibbidi bubby boop! Nikola Tesla invented the new AC motor power system. A motor that turns electrical energy into mechanical energy. Whatever the hell that means. It overtook and dominated Edison's DC motor and is pretty much the reason why I could be an arts major instead of a coal shoveler today. Now, there's lots of stories floating around where Edison tried to screw Tesla over again, like the time he electrocuted an elephant with AC power. But those are a story for another time. For now, just know that Edison's soul was as black as where the sun don't shine. And speaking of darkness, back to the modern age we go. This is Vanta Black, a black so dark only your mom's gynecologist is used to it. It was developed by a British company, but some British arsehole decided to hoard all this blackness for himself. He was an artist and bought exclusive rights to it and didn't plan on sharing it with anybody. This asshole's name was Anish Kapoor, so now he's the only one in the world that could use this color. And the art and goth community was pissed. They were looking for revenge. In strolls Stuart Semple, who creates a whole line of colors including the pinkest pinks, the goldest gold, diamond dust glitter, and of course, black 3.0 and black 4.0. A black so black, it's more black than Vanta Black, absorbing 99.95% of light versus Vanta Black's 99.8% when actually used. It was a huge FU to Kapoor. Not because now that everybody can use it, but because Anish Kapoor is the only person in the world banned from using his colors. And Anish, before you think you can just get someone else to buy it for you, The contract you signed before anybody buys his colors states that you cannot be Anish Kapoor or acting on behalf of Kapoor. You legally have to declare that you are not him or helping him. And since the black is blacker, it's safe to say he won this great black on black war of the 21st century. All while making Kapoor look like a huge asshat. Anyways, I'm GK, and the real lesson here is don't be a jerk, or you might just find yourself out of business. Because remember, revenge is the sweetest joy next to getting Thanks for watching.